He said, there's something going on. There's an amazing opportunity going on. I would like you to be part of it. Come and join me. Now, the first thing I told him was that, I am not interested. I told him that I don't think it's for me. I told him that I don't think that this opportunity he was talking about was for me. I told him maybe next time. He told me, he said, in the next 2 years, everything about my life will change. He said, but what I don't want is that tomorrow, when I meet you again, I'll be up in life and you'll be down. That when we want to discuss, we cannot freely discuss because we both know that we are not on the same level. And he was about to hang up the call on me when I said, okay, no, send me the details of the meeting I will attend. He sent me the details for the meeting and I came for the presentation and I saw the opportunity. And after I saw the opportunity, I made the decision. So he told me, he said, in 2 years' time, everything about my life will change. He said, but what I don't want is that tomorrow, if I meet you again, I'll be up in life and you're down. And he said, I don't want a situation where tomorrow, when I meet you, I'm doing well and you're not doing well. He said, the ball is in your court. And based on the way he said it, I did not want to be left behind. So I came so that I can know what is this thing that is giving him so much morale, so much confidence that his life was going to change. And he did not want me to remain where I was. And then I saw the presentation. And after I saw the presentation, I made the decision to get started. And after I got started, I began to grow in the business. I began to follow the mentorship. Somebody please type mentorship on the chat handle. Somebody please type mentorship on the chat handle. I began to follow the mentorship. I began to follow the trainings. I began to follow the step-by-step trainings that we're receiving. I was very hungry to grow. I was hungry to change my results. I was hungry to move from where I was to another level. So I followed the mentorship. I followed the trainings. I followed all the assignments they were saying we should go through. And before you know what's happening, I began to generate some results. And as I began to generate some results, I began to get better and better. My business began to increase. I began to increase in knowledge. I began to increase in finance. And I began to increase in results. And before you know what was happening, I was soon celebrated. Let me show you the first thing that happened. This was me as a businessman when I used to do buying and selling of electronics. And I had issues with the bank. So I sold my car. And then I sold items in my shop and I came down to nothing. I became this person. 90% of the people who used to call themselves my friends, they all ran away. They all ran away for their lives because nobody wanted to share in this responsibility. Nobody wanted to share in these problems. Nobody wanted to share in these challenges. I want to tell you that they all ran away. I became a shadow of myself. But you know what? After I got started with the opportunity that day, after the presentation was done, the next thing that happened was that I made my first income there. 7th of March 2019, I made 86,450. And then by 29th of March 2019, I made 83,790. About 160-something thousand naira in a month from the business. I was so excited. By June 19, 2019, 511,860. I want to ask you a question. If you start making 500,000 naira from this business, how will you feel? If you start making 500,000 in a month, how will you feel? Let me know your answer on the chat handle. I made 511,860. And then by October 3rd, 2019, 507,490. October 25th, 2019, 510,340. I made 1 million naira from this business in a month. The business that I came to try, the business that I came to check, to see whether it's working or not, had paid me 1 million naira that month. And you know what? I was so fascinated. And if a business pays you 1 million naira in a month, will you put in more effort? Will you put in more effort? Will you put in more energy into the business? Yes or no? Oh. So you can guess what I did. I began to put in more energy, more effort. By 4th of March 2020, I started a business. March 2019 was my first alert there. By March 2020, 1 year later, I made 1,153,898 naira. And then before the month ended, another one on 25th of March 2020, 413,582, about 1.6 million plus from this business in a month. March 2019, March 2020 is how long? 1 year. Within 1 year of doing the business, I had moved from any 6-figure income, 100 and something thousand, and I entered 7-figure income there. And do you know what? In this business, it only gets better. It only gets better and better and better. My mentor called me and asked me, I said, how much did you make last month? I said, I made 1.6 million. And I was expecting him to give me a pat on the back and say, you have tried. You have done well. Do you know what? He looked at me eyeball to eyeball and asked me the question I was least expecting. He said, why are you celebrating mediocrity? He said, you are failing and you are not even aware. So he said he was going to show me what they call the 90 days challenge. He said in 3 months, I should come back and show him my results. After the 90 days challenge, by 30th of April 2021, the company paid me 3,598,649 naira from this business. I want to ask you a question. Any progress Did you notice any progress? 3,598,649 naira from the same business. Okay. And do you know what? I was now celebrated as a Millionaire Circle member. I was also celebrated as a 2 Comma Club member. And then, of course, from the business, I saw 40.
In case you're wondering, this is our session in Abuja, launching La Buena 2.0, La Buena Vida 2.0. So this is not in doubt. This is not cars put for sale. This is our members' cars, all members, all right, who have engaged in this business. This is for PQ, Billionaire Queen, all right. And this is the level of dedication and commitment. That's Maserati, Ambassador Kelechi, all right? Because that's an E-Class. Sorry, a C400. All right, and that's Lad. Lad, how you doing?
Buena Vida to the world. This is a movement, man. We're here to dominate, not just Africa, but the whole world. Man.
That's what we're talking about, bro. And that's a GLE.
And when I saw the results, and I saw the cars that people were launching, do you know what? I said to myself, if these people can do it, I can also do it. Now, it gets to a point in our business where you got to tell yourself, if these people can succeed, I know I will also succeed. If these people can make progress, if these people can generate results, I will generate results. I think somebody needs to tell himself that today. And somebody needs to tell herself that same thing today. That if these people can generate results, I will generate my own results. Guess what? 2 years after I got started in the business, I launched from the business.
You snap yourself, too. After I don't know place, you snap yourself.
My second year of getting started. Wow. 2 years after I got started.
Wow.
Any change is good. What did you notice here? Is there any change happening here? There are 2 codes for my liking. Transformation happening here. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Once I said yes to the business, transformation began. But do you know what? Look at me before I started the business. That's me before I started the business. This person here was me before I started the business. If a woman and this person is coming to approach you to tell you, I love you, I want to marry you, some people will say, let me go and pray and fast. Is it true or false? I need to go and seek the face of God. Do you know what? If this was your friend, you might consider that friend visiting you from time to time, because in your mind, hope is not coming to collect money again. Hope is not coming to ask me for money. Hope is not coming to to tell me his problems. So the person might even ask you, the person might say, are you around? You say, no, I'm not around. But do you know what? 2 years after I got started in the business, I launched this car. And that was me. I recovered my house from the bank and I launched a new car. And now 4 years into the business, that's me, yeah? I'm now the one telling every other person that cares to listen that if I could succeed, that they can also do what? They can also succeed. In fact, do you know what? If I could succeed in this business, nobody, nothing can stop you from succeeding. I said, if I could succeed in this business, if I could grow from where I was to where I am now, you are unstoppable. Nothing stops you from succeeding. Am I making sense to somebody? How many of you like this story that I shared with you today? How many of us like this story I shared? Today, because I said yes to this business, my story has been encouraging a lot of people. My story has been letting so many people know that they can succeed as well. My success story has made a lot of people to know that they can pay their debts, they can become free, they can become a better version of themselves. I want to tell you that this story is not a story that somebody told me to tell you. This is my own life story. This is my experience. This is what happened to me, okay? This is something that I went through and I'm sharing with you. I paid the bank from this business and no other source. I paid the banks. There were mounting pressure on me. I cleared them. I recovered my house from the bank. Do you know what? From this business opportunity, you have the hope of a brighter future. You have the hope of living a good life. Somebody type good life, good life, good life, good life. Somebody type good life. From this business, there is hope of living a good life. There is hope for a brighter future. There is hope to pay the debts. There is hope to become a better version of yourself. I don't know if there's any person here that is feeling discouraged. Any person here that is feeling downcast. Please let my story motivate you. My story was not cooked up. My story was not coined. My story is real. The first day I saw this business, I was owing the banks. The first day I saw this business, in fact, it was so bad, no results. I was behind on my promises, nothing to write home about. But after I got started in the business, something remarkable, something phenomenal began to happen. I want to show you something else again. I want to show you something else again. Are you still with me? Are you still with me? Look at this here. Please, did you notice anything there? Some people say, no, they did not notice anything. Let me share it again.
Come on.
Because we practicing my video on vacation, while on vacation. That's me traveling vacation from one country to another. That's me traveling on vacation through the business opportunity from one country to another. Okay? And do you know what? Because I said yes to this business, people who were doubting the business, today they are not doubting again. People who were asking, is it real? Today they are not asking whether it is real again. People were asking, is it working? Today they are not asking whether it's working again. Because I said yes to the business, I've now been able to also build a big team, and people are making money for themselves. I've been able to coach so many other persons that are making their own money and generating their results. Why did I share this story with you? I share this story with you so that you remember that I once started here. This was the beginning point when the vision was sold, where I saw the opportunity. This was day one. That's me 2 years into the business. And now 4 years into the business, I'm telling every person that cares to listen that if I could succeed, they can also succeed. Please, if you are in this meeting today, type on the chat handle, I must succeed. Type in on the chat handle, I must succeed. I must succeed. I must succeed. While you are typing, I must succeed, another person should be typing, I'm unstoppable. I'm unstoppable. I'm unstoppable. Why somebody is typing, I must succeed, another person should be typing, I am unstoppable. I am unstoppable. Nothing will hold me back. If he can succeed, I will also succeed. If he can grow, I will also grow. Okay, right now, because you've seen my story, let it also challenge you to know that you will succeed. Let it also challenge you to know that success is not negotiable. Let it also challenge you to know that you can do it. You can grow in this business from one level to another. No matter where you are now, no matter where you are in the business now, so far you are hungry for success, you will succeed. I'm going to give you 3 secrets. 3 secrets to success. 3 secrets to success. Number 1, hunger to succeed. Somebody type hunger. Hunger, hunger. The hunger to succeed. Somebody said that hunger is a negative effect. You are hungry. But let me tell you something. Hunger is not a negative effect. Hunger is positive. Another person said that anger is bad. But let me tell you, anger is very good. You can decide to use anger for negative reasons, or you can decide to use anger for positive reasons. You have to be hungry You have to be dissatisfied with where you are. You have to come to a mental space where you have said enough is enough. You have to come to that point where you are desperate for success. You are hungry for success. You have to come to that point where you have said to yourself, I will not play small anymore. I refuse to remain small. I refuse to play small. I refuse to remain where I am. I refuse to settle for the status quo. Okay? You have to be hungry to succeed. In fact, you have to be hungry every day to succeed. I did not say you have to be hungry for 2 days. I say you have to be hungry. How many times? How many times must you be hungry? I didn't say you should be hungry to succeed for 1 day. I said you must be hungry every day. Every day, every morning, every time you are hungry. Every day, not some days, not 2 days. Let me ask you a question. How can you be dissatisfied and you are not hungry for more? Maybe you are satisfied with where you are. Maybe you are okay with playing small. Maybe you are okay with managing where you are. Let me tell you, as for me, I am hungry to succeed. I want to become better and better. So that's it. You must be hungry to succeed. Number 2, you must be willing to be coached. You must be teachable. You must be teachable. You must be teachable. You must be willing to be guided. And that is where I want to tell you today that one of the things that helped me to grow in a business was being teachable. And our masterminds have taught. They said, for you to grow a very big and successful business, focus on the structure. Okay? Focus on the structure. If you are an active partner today, don't remain an active partner tomorrow. Push for the next rank. Become a Kingsman. Okay? Become a Kingsman. From Kingsman, become an ECL. Push for the next rank. Because our mentors, the people that have gone ahead of us, they've told us that the reason why they succeeded the way they succeeded was that they began to teach another person. So you must be teachable. And as you're being taught, you take another person and teach the person what you were taught. The size of your team is the number of persons you are teaching. The size of your team, the size of your success, the size of your growth is the number of persons that you are currently teaching. The number of people you are guiding, that's how far and how fast you grow. So let me ask you, on the chat handle, tell me, how many people here, how many people are you teaching currently? Now that you are being taught, how many people are you teaching? Tell me on the chat handle. If you are teachable, how many people are you teaching? Do you know what? The number of people you are teaching is the size of your business. The number of people you are teaching is the size of your team. The number of people you are teaching is the size of your success. You must be teachable, okay? You must be teachable. And while you're being taught, teach another person. I made a promise. I'll keep to my promise. Let me tell you the last secret. Let me tell you the last secret, and I'll walk away, and I'll walk away. Let me tell you the last secret. The last secret is simple. Show up daily. 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 Show up every day. Show up daily. In your office, show up daily. In your business, show up daily. Yesterday, you got a sign up. Show up tomorrow. Yesterday, you did not get a sign up. Show up. Whether it's going well or it's not going well, keep showing up. Keep showing up. And as you're showing up, be engaging in the income-producing activities. Say to yourself, I will become a king's man. Show up every day until you become a king's man. And when you have become a king's man, show up daily until you become an ECL. And when you have become an ECL, show up daily until you become a cell leader. And when you become a cell leader, show up daily until you become a global leader. And when you become a global leader, show up daily until you become that best version of yourself. Show up daily. Don't listen to naysayers. Don't listen to the people telling you that your dreams are not valid. Don't listen to those people that are telling you, let me watch you, let me see how you succeed in this business. Maybe you will fail. Don't listen to those people. Even if it is yourself that is telling you that you might not succeed, please don't listen to yourself. Shut yourself down. Shut yourself out. Okay? Shut out all the voices in your head that is telling you. I had points where I was hearing voices in my head telling me, are you sure you will succeed? Are you sure this business will work? Are you sure you will launch your car? Are you sure you go on vacation? Are you sure this, that, and the other? Do you know what? I kept showing up daily. And until, you know what? I launched the car and I told myself, wow, you've done it. I kept showing up until those dreams I was having, they have now become a reality. Show up daily. Okay? As an active partner, your responsibility is to show up daily so that you will encourage other people. As an active partner, show up daily so that you can grow in rank, so that you can become a king's man. Show up daily doing the activities, and then success will not elude you. Okay, if you got value from today's training tonight, type value on the chat handle. I've come to the end of my meeting. If you got value, type value on the chat handle. If you got value tonight, type value on the chat handle. If you have not had any person call you a champion, if you have not had any person tell you that you can do it, I'm calling you a champion tonight. I'm calling you an eagle. If you are doubting yourself, are you sure I'll still make it in this business? Are you sure I'll become a king's man? I'm telling you that you are already a king's man. Just keep showing up. You will see it happen. Keep showing up. You will see that you become an ECL. That's how it works. Okay, so I'm congratulating you ahead of time. And I appreciate each and every one of you for joining the Active Partners meeting today. I'll see you same time next week, Monday. Enjoy.